Alrighty, episode 24 of the Kloss Show. I think it's 24. Everybody complained about the lighting, so here I am staring straight into the sun now for you. All fucking 6 viewers, or whatever the average is at this point. I just like to go with the sub count. 25 subs. They don't all watch it, but... Anyway, what the hell we got to talk about today? What did I write down throughout the week? God, shit notes as always. First on the list we got here is that Biden's menthol ban. He banned menthol cigarettes. Oh, man. My grandmother's gonna be pissed about that. She thinks that, the reservation's gonna still keep making them, but I don't know. They got rid of the chocolate cigarettes when they banned those. When they banned the chocolate cigarettes, they banned them. Like, they stopped making. Do you guys remember those? I don't fucking know. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the menthols. And it was hilarious. People online are like, hey, he's doing it because black people smoke menthols. And I'm like, is he trying to take away something black people like? Or is he trying to protect the black people from cigarettes? I don't understand what's going on here. I don't get it, but fuck it. I don't give a fuck about cigarettes. If it makes people quit smoking those nasty fucking smelling things, then fine by me. If you're not a master poker player or like a getaway driver or a stockbroker, something high stress like that, even then still just go to the gym, or anything else. What was I saying? But if you're doing that, or if you're like a cool movie star, then you could smoke a cigarette. Because you only smoke cigarettes to be cool. That's the only reason. There's only one reason to smoke cigarettes, and that's to look cool that whole time. Like, when those old ladies would come over to my house and gossip, I'd be like, damn, they look cool with those. One of them always had really long cigarettes. Dude, I've got some cigarette stories. I don't know if they'd be appropriate to tell on the show. That's something I would tell later in the show. When it gets deep into like the 40-minute mark, that's where you put that in there. Fuck it. Well, let's go with some cigarette stories. So my grandmother loves cigarettes. Loves them. She's a big fan. Big fan of cigarettes. And menthol cigarettes, specifically. That's why I think she'll be quite upset with the new executive order banning menthol cigarettes as the last flavor of cigarettes. And when she would have her friends over, they would have coffee, black coffee, and gossip about what was going on in town, and just smoke cigarettes. And one of her friends, I think has been dead for a while, had like really long cigarettes. I was like, holy shit. Like my grandmother she gets the long ones too, like 100s, I think is what she calls them. What they get. Because her bag would say, it comes in a bag. I'm not too much of an expert. I'm pretty sure the 100s are the long ones. I don't know. I don't know enough about cigarettes. But I'm pretty sure she would get them in a bag at the reservation. Oh, anyway, we'll come back to that. Fuck, I'm so off the rails. That's why I need a co-host. Okay, not really a co-host. I just need somebody to sit here. Yeah, so she had friends, and they would just come over and gossip and just smoke cigarettes all day. Drink black coffee. And it would start getting real smoky in there, so you'd be like, as a kid, like, oh, fuck. Oh, my God. And I'm sitting there playing cards with them. And you can't let it be known that it's getting to you, because especially in the winter, when you can't open the window. And she's got the heat cranked all the way up, too. So you're sitting there, you're like, oh, my God, my fucking eyes are burning from this. And if you just do anything or make a little cough, she'll be like, oh, is the smoke getting to you? Well, turn the fan on. And she'd turn the ceiling fan on, and it would just create a cigarette tornado down on top of you of cigarette smoke. It just pushes the smoke down right on top of you, and you're like, ugh. Fuck. Oh my god, this is fucking crazy. And she just smokes you out, and that's when they start beating you in cards too, because usually I just crush them in cards until they start fucking using these outside tactics of smoking me out. But anyway, aside from that, I don't give a fuck. If it gets less people to smoke those stinky fucking things, that's fine by me. I don't give a fuck about cigarettes. People are like, it's my right to smoke whatever the fuck I want. If I want to smoke, well, alright, then let people smoke meth then, bud. Where's that at? Where do you draw the line, huh? That's what I want to ask. Half these rednecks probably smoke meth anyway. You know, because most meth heads I know rail menthols. I don't know about you guys and how many meth heads you know. But most meth heads I know, they smoke meth and they just want to start fucking plowing down cigarettes. Most of the time menthols. They're like, oh, railing out these menthols. The best is when they take the cigarette and light it. Like when they're done with the last one, they'll take the new one and light it with the end of that one. That's when you're like, holy shit, we are rolling into cigarette town now. Holy fuck. So, I don't know. It's crazy. It hardens you. Toughens you up. That's what my grandmother would say. She'd say it toughens you up. You know, that's why these kids get sick these days. No one's smoking around them anymore. Alright, that's probably enough of that. What else did we write down? What did I even... It's pretty fucking cold in here right now. What did I even write down here? This one is... This is garbage. This is garbage. Well, yesterday, the day before, what's today? Sunday? On Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. There's no fucking internet here in Boomer Village. So whenever I want to do anything in the internet, I spend a lot of time chilling in the car, in Walmart parking lots, and other parking lots, depending what hour of the day it is. If it's late at night, you know, you can't go chill at like the library at night. People live there outside. But this was early in the morning. And I had a coupon. It was like, buy one item, get a free chicken bacon breakfast sandwich at Wendy's. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So I got the cheapest thing I could find on the breakfast item that actually sounded good, which was the breakfast burrito. And it was actually pretty dope. I was surprised for what fast food level. But it was $1.49 total is what it came out to. So I was like, hell yes. Fuck yeah. Fast food right off the rip in the morning. This is how I'm starting my day. We're switching it up. And I pull up to this Walmart. And I'm looking for a spot to park in. I'm like, where's a good spot? Where's a good spot? And the sun's just coming up. And I see this great spot. It's just one. All the other spots around it are taken. And this one, it's right, like this tree. There's a tree right there. And it's making like a great shady spot right where the spot is. And I'm like, hell yes. I pull into that spot. And I'm like, give me that fast food bag. Right now, I'm fucking starving. It is early as shit in the morning. I'm ripping this shit open. And it was a great deal. It tastes extra good when you're saving money, too. You're like, oh, man, I pulled one on them here. They lost money on this transaction. Imagine, especially if you include overhead. Makes it the fast food taste better. And, I quickly into just biting into this burrito. The residents kind of make their presence known because there's a big tree and then there's like a L of bushes that weren't very high, the bushes, but what I didn't notice is it was a slight hill, just ever so slight of a hill. And when you pull in, now the hobos have become awakened by me pulling up, turning my car off and being like, fuck yes, fast food. Now they're awake. And they're getting up and they're letting their presence be known. And immediately, like, as 5 of them, like a quintet of these fucking hobos gets up, and they go and, like, steal 5 shopping carts immediately out of the cart return. And just, like, head on down the road. I'm like, all right, I guess that's living off the land. 2021. That's what they tell you, man. If you ask them, go talk to some of these homeless guys. They'll tell you they're living off the land. But after a minute or so, this lady storms over there to this other homeless dude who's just blankly standing there with another. He's again got one of the longest cigarettes you can fucking buy. And he's standing there with it just half burning in his mouth like this, just. Like, just as this woman is freaking out, he's just staring at her blankly. But, fuck it, he's looking her in the eye while it's going down, though. That's something about homeless people. They will look you in the eye sometimes. If not, that one's about to go feral. If they won't look you in the eye, that's how you know they're about to go feral. Anyway, so he's just blankly staring at her. And she just starts wailing, screaming, all this craziness. And it's hard to make it out in between all the jumbling. She'll be like, I'm a U.S. motherfucking citizen. I am a citizen of the United States. They cannot do this to me. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm finally managed to make out through all the mumbling and gibberish that she's screaming, you're just a Walmart greeter. Don't put your hands on me. You're just a Walmart greeter. No, I don't have a fucking mask. I'm fucking homeless. Which is like the most cognizant thing I've ever heard and rational thing I've ever heard a homeless person say. She's like, I'm fucking homeless. Of course I don't have a mask. And she was saying all types of other crazy shit, dude. But if she would have just dropped the mic right there, dude, if she would have just been like, of course I don't have a mask. I'm fucking homeless. Give me a mask. And stopped talking, I might have fucking balled up a $1 bill and thrown it at her at that point. But she kept mumbling on afterwards and talking crazy, and I'm like, you're just a fucking degenerate drug addict living outside at a Walmart. I'm not giving you $1. As I'm just sitting here scarfing down $1.49 worth of fast food, watching you, getting way more entertainment than I thought I was going to for the day. So, that was I've actually had 2 wild encounters this week, but I love it, dude. They kind of leave you alone, too. They won't really accost you, even if you're pretty close. Because this other one, I was within, I guess they have the table 6 feet apart for the Roni, so I was probably 7 feet away from this guy then. Or just at the brink of 6 if they're trying to make it efficient. And I was at the library. And this dude, I was using the computer at the library, and this dude was having an absolute conniption over his fucking computer, his old ass laptop. Dude, I didn't even know the charging cord for this thing, like where it plugs in, was so fucking thick, dude. It was as thick. It was literally thicker than this big pen. Like, it was so wide, the bottom, like the part that plugs in. I was like, how is it that? It was like, I don't know. It was probably, do I have a sticker that is big enough for this? Yeah, dude. This is about accurate. It was like this fucking big. The part that plugs in. That's how old the laptop was. I was like, is that thing from fucking... What year is that from? Where did you get that? How is it in that good of shape? Look at that thing is mint. Where the fuck did he get this thing? It was like perfectly clean, everything. And this man is having an absolute conniption. And the best part was he was wearing red pants, like red sweatpants and a red shirt. This was a gentleman of older age. He was very bald for the most part. Besides, he had it really long in the parts on the side, though. It was like down to his shoulder, right below his neck, real long on the sides, and the rest was balded out. And wow, that sun is getting bright right in my eyes. This is for the viewers. You said you wanted better lighting. This is what I got to work with in Boomer Village. So, but yeah, this man was freaking the fuck out. Did I write down any of the shit he said? I don't want to get it wrong. Fuck, I don't think I did. But basically, he was on the phone, the flip phone. This guy was living he was in a different era back here, but he's on his flip phone screaming, just getting so mad at the customer service. He wasn't yelling at him when I first got there. It was like ramping up just as I got there. Because I'm sitting down and he's just on the phone and he's like, it won't allow me to click on it. I can't click on it. It won't let me click. It says it's blocked. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. and they're like, he's like, okay, what's the code? And then I hear the guy on the other end start to be like, oh, the code is A, B, C, D. And he's like, whoa, you're going too fast. As the guy's like spelling it out for him. And I'm like, oh my God. Here we go. It's ramping up. So the guy is just like, I can kind of hear it because it's dead silent otherwise in the library. And he's like, 1. He's like, okay. W. All right. B. Okay. And then he went for a double. He was like, A. 2. And he's like, whoa, hey, slow down. And it was like he took so long to spell this out that I could just feel the guy on the other end being like, oh my God, how long am I going to have to fucking take this today for like, they don't make much at all. People are like, oh, they don't even make they make like $3 an hour. I don't think they make that. I know it's less than $5 an hour by a lot. Because one time I heard about, I don't even remember what it was specifically, but somebody was telling me that they were on the phone with them, or maybe I saw it on a show, that basically they're like, they wanted a coupon. They're like, I've been on the phone with you for this long, if you just give me this coupon, it really only would average out to not even $5 an hour. If you took this long, wouldn't you want to have made more than $5 an hour? And she's like, I don't make more than $5 an hour. It's like, damn. That's hard. But anyway, back to the dude that was freaking out. So this guy he finally gets it. He types in the code and he just goes, it's blocked by Norton. It's saying it's blocked by Norton. Can't you just get on this thing from where you are and fix this? Come on, you're so unwilling to work with me on this. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It says it's blocked by Norton. And he's now been yelling for like a minute straight. To where the book lady, the book bitch that works at the library comes on over. And she's like, sir, can you please? And he's so frantic, and he's an older guy, so you don't even really want to. But he's got a high-pitched voice for an older guy, which is the best part to me. And he's probably like 65, maybe 64, something like that. 65, in between 60 and 65, somewhere in there. And he's freaking out so much that she's like, "Oh, I can't. I'd have to call the police." And really, it's just me, this other dude over here that has because she couldn't even talk to him. He was like, she's like, "Sir, can you be quiet? It's the library. Please, this is the library. Can you be quiet? Everybody knows you're supposed to be quiet in the library." And he's like, "They're being ridiculous. They've got my computer won't work. It's locked down." And she's like, "Okay, all right, I can't do this. This guy is unglued. This man is unglued." And I'm sitting right there next to him. And it's only me, him, and 2 other people there. And they've got headphones in, they're not even paying attention to this dude at all. They barely even notice. They just kind of glanced over and been like, oof, he's having a hard time, and then just went back to what they were doing. And she goes to me and she's like, sir, would you like to sit somewhere else, or he can... And I just looked at her, I went, I'm enjoying it. Just right in the eyes. I'm enjoying it. She was like, okay, and then just went off. And I think she kind of went back, and after she processed it, she was like, you know what, it's not so bad, because at least that guy's having a good time over there, loving it up that this guy's freaking the fuck out at this guy. And because it's like, this is like, I love the Jerry Springer shit in real life. This is like my personal Jerry Springer right here. And he probably said about 7 times throughout his interaction, he kept going, I'm going to end this. This is a lost cause. I'm going to take it to Best Buy and let them do it. I'm going to take it to Best Buy and let them do it. And I'm like, all right, bro, why not? Take it to Best Buy, bro. Maybe get you an upgrade, you know? He's probably like thinking they're going to talk him into an upgrade, but... And the one thing was hilarious. I don't know what they were asking him on there. And he was like, I use it for general things. You know, emails and things like that. General things. And then I don't know what they were saying back to him, because I could just hear like a mumbled Indian voice. Like, witty, witty, witty. And he's like, general things. I use it for general things. I'm not going on those. Are you saying No, I don't go on those. I use it for general things. Like, flipping out. It was so great. At one point, he finally did, after about the 7th or 8th. And he was screaming. Oh, man. The best part was when he was... I wish I would have kept this more on track. Oh, well, fuck it. And it's hard to remember. I'm remembering it as I tell it. If I ever have somebody on and have to tell the story again, it'll come out better. But after he goes... he's like, this is ridiculous. I'm in the library and someone has already come up to me and talked to me about me being loud, and I'm in the library because I can't get this thing to work, this junk to work. And he was getting so mad. This is ridiculous. He kept repeating that. Eventually, after about 7 times of him saying, I'm going to Best Buy. This is hopeless. This is a lost cause. This is hopeless. He finally gave up and left. And he didn't apologize to anybody or anything. He just got up and left. And he walked back and forth about 5 times, making sure to really show off his red on red outfit, his red pants with his red shirt. Oh my god, dude. It was so ridiculous. So that was great. That was a very great part of my week. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Man, I got 23 minutes out of that shit. That's pretty good. I read this article. Let me get a sip of the Gatorade. It's hard to talk this long. We're just continuous. The Gatorade Zero, though. You don't want that sugar. Don't get that sugar in you, kids. That's how you end up with a spare tire. Or as a police officer. Anyway. I read this article the other day. Right into the house where I'm moving into. This will probably give up right where the fuck it is, but who gives a fuck? Come get it, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. Don't take that out of context, please. Okay. God, what is that? Fucking nose is running. Okay, anyway. Just spreading the roni on myself. What was I fucking saying? Oh yeah, I read this article. Over where I'm buying a house, there's a forest not too far away. And they're thinking about chopping it the fuck down and building houses there. You know, the American way. And people are, of course, trying to fight against that. And somebody wrote an article saying that, like, we need the plants, we need to declare it a sanctuary, this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah. do that shit and watch the value of my house skyrocket. Do that, because I already have the money to be getting some bullshit, to buying some shit. After I get moved in and settled in, then I'll start picking up another property, getting a rental nearby. So, they can do that shit all they want, because they're going to be, they're going to be celebrating, we saved the trees, and then they're going to be calling me an asshole once I raise their fucking rent. Hey, your rent's going up, by the way. Thanks for making that shit. Thanks for chaining yourself to a tree so I could raise your rent, increase my property value, because now they can't build anywhere else. They can't build anywhere. All the other land's taken up. They can't build nowhere. What are they going to do? Prices are fucking going up now. Now, at least right now, there's that contention of, they might build more land. They might cut down the trees and have more land, this and that. The second they say those trees aren't going anywhere, those prices are going up. And rent's going up with it, motherfuckers. So, which I guess this kind of leads into this early talks of the fourth stimmy. The fourth Biden buck send. Dude, do people really still think the Roni's a thing at this point? Like, just get the fucking vaccine, do or don't. If you don't get the vaccine and you get the coronavirus and die, you should not be able to complain. Or if you get the coronavirus at all and you're like, I got the virus. Well, okay, fuck you. You could have got the vaccine at this point, so. I've been raw dogging the air wherever they'll let me. Whenever I go to the gym, oh my God, I'll raw dog the air freely. Just, it's the good old days here. Hell yeah. Wherever I go, if they're not wearing masks, the employees aren't wearing masks, nobody's wearing masks, I'm not going to be the only one wearing a mask. Fuck no. I'm vaccinated, motherfuckers. Both shots forever ago. They ain't getting me with none of this shit. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the stimmy. But hell yeah, if he wants to give out, I love how they shoot it high immediately. I wish they shot it higher. Like, I wish he was like, we want to give out $5,000 a month. Give out $5,000 a month. And then they want to every month, and then they'll walk it down. So every citizen, just create a universal basic income out of it. I'd be down for that. Because at this point, I'm here for the inflation ride. I'm better at math with everybody, that if they just want to keep inflating this shit, I can tell you what the true value of things has now become and get it at a good price. Because people are thinking, prices will go back down. They'll go back down. They're not going back down, motherfuckers, unless something crashes. But they're legislating so that a crash won't happen. I don't want to get too much into that. That's political bullshit that we don't talk about here on the Kloss Show. This is for fun stuff. So they're doing this shit to try to prevent the crash. They're basically getting it right on the brink, and then it won't happen. And instead, the economy's just gonna have high-ass inflation. And that's my theory anyway. This is the Kloss Show theory. We'll come back. We'll see what happens in a few years when we're looking back on the Kloss Show episode 24. We'll be like, holy shit, Kloss is such a fucking idiot. Which is the most likely outcome. But that's not going to stop me. You can't stop me from running my mouth on my show, motherfuckers. So I think we're going to get right to the brink of it. Prices are just going to get high as fuck. It's going to be fully controlled because the amount, I don't know what the number is specifically, but the amount of homeowners goes down every year, percentage-wise, and the amount of landlords goes up. So, just saying, that's how it's going to be from now on. The more people that rent, and it's people choosing to rent, the less homeowners there'll be. And people are like, I can't afford a house. And then I go in there and they've got like a fucking $3,000 or $4,000 computer, and they've got a newer vehicle and leather couches. And I'm like, you 100% could have bought a house. You just an idiot. You bought all the shit first that isn't worth a fuck, when you should have bought yourself a house, even if it's just a meh home. Get you the most meh home you can afford, and just save that money, put forth a good decent enough down payment. Your mortgage is going to be cheaper than rent, people. I don't know if you know this. And then when you go to sell it, they give you money. Oh, did you know that? Oh, really? Oh my God, what? Yeah, they give you the money afterwards. Or you go ahead and keep that house, sell it to open yourself an LLC or a close held S corporation. Go ahead and build up credit for that for about a year when you're getting ready to move. Sell, co-sign on a loan for your corporation to buy that property from yourself, freeing yourself up now, and maybe give yourself some cash from it, from the deal, depending how you want to work it out. You know, I'm not an accountant. They'll tell you what to do and not to do, what's illegal. Because that's how you can get out of paying taxes somehow. And go ahead and buy it that way. And then we get more into the S-Corp shit later. Then basically, free yourself up of that debt and then buy yourself whatever the next house you want when you're like, oh, now I can afford it. And then, once you're settled in and have a nice little investment going, buy the leather shit and the, whatever. People, they'll want brand new stainless steel appliances. Look up a video of these people doing the stainless steel paint. All right, ball on a budget, people. You're being a sheep to slaughter. If you don't have the money, don't spend it unless it comes with the house. Because sometimes your house comes with the mistakes of the previous owner, which is great. A great deal is an exploit on somebody else's mistake every time. So it's not just like, oh, they just wanted to make no money on this. No, they were like, shit, we fucked up on this, and now we've got to recoup some of the funds before this thing rusts away. So what the fuck were we talking about? This is the absolute hole we go down with the stimulus. We're at the half-hour mark, though. I don't know. Let me know, people. No one has told me, because no one's really paying attention to half the shit I say. But if you like the shows longer or shorter, I'd like to know. Because I can talk about bullshit for a while. I'm getting pretty hungry. I should have ate before this. Woke up, not even wearing pants. Woke up, slapped on a fucking stylish shirt for the show. As you can probably tell, as the sun has been rising more and more into my eyes as the show has gone on. It is the morning right now. God. Yeah, we've got plenty of shit more to talk about, so this is going to be a long episode. This is going to be one of my better episodes, I think. We'll see when I listen back to it. I think that every time, and then I listen back to it, and I'm like, no, you're just an absolute fucking retard. But throw it up there. Some people seem to like it. I don't know. Fuck it. Some people like to watch a good train wreck. If this is a good train wreck, it's just a train wreck making fun of train wrecks. That's what this is out here. Instead of a show about nothing, this is a train wreck about making fun of train wrecks. Okay, what the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah. Shoe store employee. I don't know if you guys saw this article. Was arrested for ejaculating into the footwear. Oddly enough, not of the merchandise that often. More into the footwear of his fellow employees, his peers. These girls would wear a pair of shoes into work and then switch out of them and wear like a nicer pair. Because if you do go into those shoe stores, they are wearing pretty fresh sneakers most of the time. So they would walk in like their dirty Converses that they normally wear and switch into, nicer shoes. And he would go in, break into their lockers, and fucking hack off into the fucking shoes. And he had a wildly successful fetish page about it on the internet. So he's posting it online. And of course he got fucking caught fucking doing it. And I think, I wrote down one of his quotes here that stood out in the article to me. This is what I got to do without internet. I got to write the shit down. Because then I sit at Walmart while this shit uploads for a while. Or go around town, drive around, and just chill. But when it gets too late, go to the library, you know. Okay, she goes, she wore a Nike Air Force One into work and left them in her locker. I thought they deserved to come. I thought they deserved a cum. Is that the proper way to say that? Is that proper English? Give you a cum. Give me a cum. A cum? Like, I thought it was just... Is it a... I guess it is a noun. It could be a verb too, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the proper English is of talking about what you're doing with your cum in the shoe store. Oh my god. And in the article, dude, it was so fucked. This guy was like just talking about whatever, and then he was like, please don't publish this article. It's gonna ruin me. It's gonna ruin my life if you publish this article. And I was like, what? Bro, you're going to prison for this. You're going to prison. I feel like there's no way you're not going to prison for... This is some kind of sexual assault. You cannot yak off into... Does he think this is not a big deal? That he was fucking jizz soaking these fucking... the insoles of these bitches' fucking Adidas? Like, this, like, what is... Does he think he's getting away with this? Dude, people might... If you hire a good lawyer, it seemed like you can get away with anything. Whenever I watched... Like, it really seemed like you can get away with anything whenever you have a lawyer. On TV, anyway. I don't know about real life. But it sure does help. Everybody that gets off has a lawyer. You know, O.J. Simpson, Casey Anthony. Casey Anthony's lawyer was like, what, are you going to put her in prison for being a whore? She's a whore. It's not illegal to be a whore. All you guys are talking about is her being a whore. What's that have to do with it? Her killing her kid? I was like, damn. This guy is fucking cool as fuck. So, I bet you that's right on the court transcript, word for word, just like that. God, who is into that? I guess he was like talking about what the shoes smelled like and put pictures of them up with the cum in it and everything on his wildly successful website. And I'm like, who? There's certain things that, like that and the all man ass and balls camera angle. I'm like, who likes this? Who is into this? It's all just balls and man ass. Who likes this? It's just a stinky old shoe. It's made out of fabric and it's dirty. It's had feet in it with some, maybe, you know, I don't know if I have a pair of shoes that at one time I had put my foot in without socks on one time or another. Probably my Laker 13s. I gotta hold on to those. I bet they're worth a fuck. Actually, now since Kobe fucking died in an exploding helicopter crash. Is that okay to make fun of yet? Still waiting on my great DMX jokes. Oh. What else we got over here? Yeah, I don't know what the guy is doing for time. The shoe comer. The shoe soaker. The fucking... Man. What's a good show name for this fella? Alright, that's too much dead air. We'll think of something later. Maybe I'll make it the title. Alright, what else we got on here? Oh my god. Good thing I drew a star next to this one. I'd have glanced straight over it. Tess Holiday. If I had my computer up and running, I would now put a picture up of her right up here for all to see. Because this farm animal claims that she's anorexic. This woman is literally 700 pounds, maybe. I'm not a good judge of these things, but she looks enormous. If I can eat a whole pizza, she sure can. And she's saying that she's been suffering from anorexia and battling anorexia for quite a while. Well, not only she probably won that battle, pretty easily, it looks like. And there was parts I saw in the article, it was like, she's not, just because she's anorexic doesn't mean she doesn't eat. It just means she can have a bad relationship with food. I'm like, shit, I fucking look at Pepsi and shit while I'm at the store, and I'm like, my God, I could drink that whole fucking thing all the time. And ice cold, super fucking cold Mountain Dew is so fucking good, but I don't drink it all the time. Why? Because this is as crazy as I get it, these fucking salty ass Gatorade Zeros. Most of the time, I have a soda from time to time just because, I give in. Especially if you go somewhere and it's like, it comes with a soda, and you're like, oh, shit. Alright, fuck, give it to me. Anyway, I've talked about soda every week. But yeah, I look at that and I'm like, God, I want that shit so fucking bad. Or when you're driving past all the fast food every day, you're like, man, I could go for a burrito or a fucking fat burger. Nope, there's chicken breasts at home. There are chicken breasts at home to eat. Oh my God. It's crazy. But apparently she goes ahead and fights off her anorexia by going through the drive-thru repeatedly. Probably a few times a day. Because when you're that big, this is every week we bring this up. But it's every week. This makes the news. Maybe it's in right now. Maybe it's in. Should I put the hashtag fat shaming in the description? Will that get me views and subs? Will that get me sponsors? Man, I don't know. She literally must, I don't know, she's literally must be on, the livestock diet. Does she eat from, how much do you eat? I feel like you can't be eating off a plate when you're that big, because you'd have to stack the plate so many times. That's so many plates a day. You must just be eating from a bucket or a trough of some sort. There's absolutely no way that you're taking the time to fill a plate and doing the dishes. I know you're not doing dishes. If you're this fucking lazy eating KFC twice a day, you're definitely not doing the fucking dishes. If you do, it's just light stuff into the dishwasher. There's no greasy pots and pans. Or, oh my God. Ugh. How did we get on this? Oh yeah, we started with the stimulus and this just went down a hole. Yeah, so the fourth stimulus, go ahead and throw that right at Dogecoin. Or whatever the fuck, dude. This shit blows my mind. People are making real money. It's just fucking ridiculous. I threw some money at it. And made way more money than I feel like it should have. I just look at it and I'm like, this is criminal. This is nothing. This is fakeness, and it's making me real money. God, this is retarded. Buy the dip. That's my favorite saying of 2021. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Be a dip buyer. Where are the dip buyers? Dip Buyers Club. So the Dallas Buyers Club. Dip Buyers Club. God. Oh my God. What part are we at? 44 minutes into the show. Oh. My dad got a sweet new van. He hates it. When I rode in it, I was like, this van is stupendous. This thing is amazing. He hates it. He hates all the new technology. To him, I asked him what he thought the best year model of vans were. He said the late 90s were the best vans for minivans. I love a good van. I think the newer ones are better. You got a Honda Odyssey And it had some malfunction, as some newer cars do from time to time. And it had to get towed away because it wouldn't start. Something's going on with the starting shit. But they'll put a new one in there. It's fucking brand new. And he had a whole fit about that. He was so upset. He gets so mad over things pertaining to the vans over the years. Oh my god, he has some great van stories. I don't know if I could tell him. He'd probably get mad at me if I told some of them. I don't know. Anything else on here? Well, we have 45 minutes. I see people do like hour-long shows. I just feel like that's too long for a one-man show. I feel like 45 minutes is the sweet spot. You get to talk about a bunch of shit. And if it runs long, then hey, you get a nice bonus long episode that day. But anyway, and it fucking takes so long to upload. Being on fucking cell service strictly. Anyway, I actually got a rap lyric of the week this week for you. I can't leave him alone. Tried to change my ways, but the dope boy is turning me on. Trap players know what I'm on. So caught up that I can't leave him alone.